Naturally endowed with famous national parks rich in wildlife, diverse culture, and relative political stability in the region, Kenya is undoubtedly a favorite tourist destination. But beneath this facade lies a country reeling with the burden of the HIV and AIDS pandemic, which has left over 1.6 million children orphaned.
My father died long time ago in 1996 when I was still young, and my mom died in 2000.
My father died in 1997 and my mother in 2003.
I lost my father in 1994. My mother followed in 1996.
My father died in the year 1998 and my mother died in the year 2004.
These children come from Nyanza, one of the regions in Kenya where the pandemic has had its heaviest toll, coupled with high poverty levels. Faced with this predicament, children in similar situations traditionally end up staying with relatives or their aging grandparents who can barely cater for their basic needs. At worst, the eldest child becomes the head of the family, their hopes for education dashed. However, courtesy of the Teacher Child Africa organization, or TaC-Africa, children in these vulnerable circumstances, regardless of their gender, religious, political and ethnic background or affiliation, are offered a second lease of life through secondary education bursaries.
TaC-Africa was founded in 2007 by my sister Pamela and myself while we were in London. I was visiting her at the time. And she asked me what I wanted to do when I retire. And I said, both of us have been supporting orphans individually over a number of years. So I told her I would like to focus on supporting the orphan children with education if I could. And little did I know that she herself also had been thinking about the same thing. So when I left to come back home, she worked to register Teacher Child Africa in UK.
In 2010, just 4 years after its inception, TaC-Africa had shouldered the cost of educating 37 students in 16 secondary schools within Bondo and Siaya districts where it operates. Nonetheless, that is just a fraction of the multitude of children orphaned by AIDS in the area and in dire need of education support than TaC-Africa can absorb.
Nyanza province specifically is very hardly hit by HIV/AIDS, and there are very many orphans. It's estimated almost 40% of total orphans in Kenya come from Nyanza. And the economy in Kenya at the moment, there isn't much you can actually give a child other than education.
We normally advertise for applicants. They apply. We wait for the KCP results to be released. After that, we call an interview. We visit homes, then select the beneficiaries.
To ensure that the most deserving cases benefit from this initiative, TaC-Africa has selection criteria that are adhered to by the two committees in charge of the exercise.
We have put in place the qualifications that we require. We want a total orphan, and we want the student must have marks of 350. I believe if we get to that criteria, we'll be able to get those students that are able to follow up secondary education and may be able to perform quite well at the end of the day, so that we get value for what we are doing, so that even those donors who are struggling to give us some little money may appreciate at the end of the day that they have done something very useful to a child.
When we select students during December holiday or in January, then we ensure that as we put in the number of boys, depending on the number that we take every year, we tend to balance the girls and then the boys.
But TaC-Africa's intervention in the plight of these orphans is not merely financial.
In TaC, we do motivate the students in various ways. First of all, we organize for conference or a workshop. During the workshop, we encourage them to talk about themselves, their weaknesses, the areas where they may have problems, and then we encourage them. We kind of give them solutions, possible solutions to their various problems. Apart from that, we do visit them in schools, in their various schools, since these children are total orphans. So most times when others are being visited, they have nobody to visit. So the TaC members usually visit them in the schools, encourage and play the role of a parent to them. That helps in motivating them.
One such workshop was held from the 15th to the 17th of December 2010 at Rangala Girls High School for an event that turned out to be inspirational to students, guardians and sponsors alike.
I cried in the streets, crying for parental care. I was motherless. I lost hope, and I was fatherless. I became desperate. But when I got summoned to the TaC organization, it was by then that I started a new life.
Watoto wabaki yatima, wamama wabaki wajane, watoto walia wazazi, wazazi walia watoto, ukimwi unatumaliza, watoto wanateseka.
The students were encouraged to pursue academic excellence and morality.
And you will make it to the university. We want you to be an example.
For a better tomorrow, as we always say, you must work hard. Remember, you are competing with the whole country, because you are not only here pursuing the same thing. Everybody is working at one target. The target is, what grades have you got?
It does not matter, young boys and girls, whether your family background was in that low class. It does not matter whether you had no parents, my dear young boys and girls. Are we together? Because through education, you reach up there. Is it understood? I want you to have faith in yourselves and to have faith that what TaC Africa is providing to you, that is education, is the key that will propel you to where you want to be. Is it understood? If you're serious with your education, you can be what you want to be.
With 22 of the 37 beneficiaries heading for their final examinations, the workshop could not have come at a better time, offering them opportunity to address their career concerns.
I want to do surveying. I'm good at geography, but I'm not good at, I'm average in physics.
In survey, the two basic subjects are physics and mathematics. So I think just accept that you cannot fit there. That's the reality, and change to something better that you can do.
When it comes to subject choice, when it comes to career choice, we also have career masters in your schools, and it would be of benefit if you as students work closely with them. They will help you, they will give you immediate help than what we are giving you here now.
On the third and last day of the gathering, the guardians of the students were invited to meet their sponsors and share their views on the program. The students and their guardians expressed profound gratitude to TaC Africa for actualizing their dreams for secondary education.
First and foremost, credit goes to the TaC organization for the support it has given to see me through my secondary education. I'm greatly encouraged by the effort, by the sacrifice it has made to give us a solid foundation for our future. I thereby encourage my fellow colleagues, supported by this organization, to work hard with determination of aiming higher to get impressive grades. For the future belong to those who see the possibilities before they become obvious.
TaC Africa would like to extend this noble initiative to benefit more orphans.
Now we are hoping that once we have that experience in running this program, we would like to expand it to other parts of Kenya by slowly educating the communities in specific areas to take responsibility for the selection, and then we work through with them on that system.
Challenges faced in such a project is basically always the same problem. Demand is enormously high, funds are limited, and we wish we could help hundreds and thousands of orphans, but we have to be realistic and we can only provide for a small number of children. But this one we want to do properly, and this is also why we have increased the budget per child in order to cater for all their basic needs, including health and uniform and school equipment, including books.
With as little as £30 a month for 4 years, you can make a difference in the life of an orphan.